Hi, this is Krista with Bluebird in a Box.
Hey, this is Virginia with Bluebird in a Box.
Hey, Virginia. Sometimes before I have a dinner party, I get really stressed out. What would you tell me to do if I needed to reduce the stress?
Well, I know the feeling, very, very much so. I think having a dinner party is one of those things that until you have it over and over and over again and become an incredibly comfortable hostess, it's just stressful. I feel like in this day and age, there's so much on Instagram and Pinterest that we're not doing things perfectly and we feel super judged. So here are a couple of my favorite tips. The first is just start easy. Go easy. Don't make it stuffy. And make sure what you're doing, it doesn't have to be perfect. People aren't going to remember if, you served an amazing lasagna or the best tenderloin they've ever had. They're going to remember that you were a light and gracious hostess. So it's all about the mindset that you take in the approach. As a planner, one of my next favorite tips is to plan. So many people don't plan a dinner party and they think that they can just whip it together. And some people can. But I find that if you've kind of gone through a checklist, like the ones we provide in our blueprints, where okay, 1 hour before we're going to light the candle in the bathroom, we're going to pull out the ice, make sure we have enough. We're actually going to check, do we actually have the napkin rings so we can do the napkin ring count? Have we accounted for all the items that we might need? Is the music on? So when you're planning and actually following a to-do list, don't rely on your brain. Print it out, go through your list, check it off. There's definitely something to that. So don't let it be too stuffy, but also have some intention and plan behind it.
That sounds great.
And then this was a big one. Start with a clean house and start with a clean slate, but not overly clean. So we like to declutter and move stuff. Make sure your bathrooms are clean, make sure your kitchen and kind of those shared spaces are. And if you need to declutter, shove everything in your bedroom, go for it. No one's gonna look. You can lock that door if you need to. And if your dishwasher is empty, number one tip, easiest thing in the world to do, make sure your dishwasher is empty so you can go ahead and start loading and it'll make the night a little bit smoother.
That sounds great. Well, what happens if I get guests that arrive early? I always get worried about that.
That is definitely a big stressor. So I actually love when guests show up a little early and I plan for it. I think it's a great way to engage them and get that sense of community going really early. So I'm intentional with it and I always leave one thing. Typically it's opening bottles of wine, pulling out ice and putting it in an ice bucket so it's ready. Something that's easy, doesn't require a lot of skill that pretty much a monkey could do, but have it ready for them so when they show up, you're planned and you're prepared, because if someone shows up early and you don't have anything, you're going to start scrambling and you start with that kind of stressed out attitude and your attitude sets the whole party.
That's a great tip. Well, I'm definitely going to put my guests to work.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks, Virginia. We'll see you next time.
See ya.